It's really important that we warm up before we do any sort of exercise. It can also be super helpful to warm up at the beginning of the day just to get the blood flowing so that we have a little more energy for the day. It's super important to warm up before a workout because we want to get blood flowing through the body into all of our soft tissues so that we are less prone to injury and so that we can get the most out of every movement that we do. So this is my go-to warm-up. It's pretty gentle and easy, suitable for almost anyone. So to begin with, I always start with a few cat-cows. So you can come down into a hands and knees position, hands directly below your shoulders, knees below your hips, and then just start to create that C shape through your back, bringing your head up towards the ceiling, butt towards the ceiling, and then reverse, bringing your head down towards your chest, tucking your tailbone underneath you. And you can do this about 5 times. You want to keep motion in your body almost the entire time. Try not to stay in a static position for any of these movements. It's important that we do a dynamic warm-up, not a static stretch at the beginning. Then you can come out into a plank position, legs out long, hands below your shoulders. Remember, you always want to keep that little bit of engagement through your abs, so think about your ribs reaching down towards your hips a little bit, kind of like you're showing off your six-pack. You can squeeze your glutes, and then bring it up into a down dog position, butt up towards the ceiling, and then back into your plank. Just alternating slowly between these two positions. If you want, you can pedal your legs out. So when you come up into the down dog position, bend one knee and then the other. If you need to walk your feet forward a little bit, you can do that so that you can get your heel closer down towards the ground. And then find that plank position again. I like to add a push-up so that I start to warm up through my upper body, through my biceps, triceps, and pecs. But if you're not feeling the push-up, or if you can only come down a couple of centimeters, that's totally fine. Do whatever you can do. You want to think about bringing your belly towards your thighs when you come up into that down dog position. Let's do one more, and then find that high plank. Next, you're going to step one foot forward to the outside of your hand. Again, if your range of motion isn't there, you can bring your foot back a little bit further. And then from here, just draw a circle with that front knee. You're kind of getting that rotational movement through your hip as well as into your knee and your ankle. You can go 5 times in one direction and then switch to the opposite direction. It doesn't have to be a huge movement. You can keep it nice and slow and small. And then just find your balance again. Reach the same side arm up towards the ceiling, and then bring your forearm down towards the ground, threading your hand through the opposite arm. If you can't quite bring your elbow all the way down onto the ground, totally fine. Just go as far as you can. And again, you should start to feel this stretch through your hips, a little bit through your shoulders as well. You can do this 4 or 5 times on one side, and then switch to the opposite side. First, drawing those circles, 4 or 5 times in one direction. Getting mobility through both ankles, switch. And remember to breathe through all of these movements, reaching your arm up, shoulder down and back, and then thread that arm underneath the opposite side, switch. And just notice, maybe if you go a little bit further than what feels comfortable, you can ease off on the next rep. And then bring it back into your plank position again. I like to do another down dog. Start to notice if maybe you're getting a little bit more blood flow into your legs, a little more mobility. And then finding your plank position, slowly walk your feet forward, and then come up into a standing position. If I'm coming into any deadlifts or squats or lunges for my workout, then I like to do those movements with no weight, just with body weight, to get that movement pattern into my body. So if I'm gonna do any deadlifts, I'm gonna start with good mornings, bringing my hands up behind my head, elbows wide, kind of like you're squeezing your shoulder blades down and back. Remember, a deadlift is working your back, your glutes, and the backs of your legs. A little bit of a bend through your knees, and then hinging from your hips, bring your entire upper body down towards the ground, squeeze through your butt, and come back up. So when you come into this good morning, hinging forward, you want to think about the entire upper half of your body remaining as one complete straight line, one unit. Bend your knees, stick your butt back just a little bit. But remember that you're really trying to make the movement originate from that fold in the crease of your hips. Remember to breathe. One more, awesome. And then moving into a squat, bringing your feet about hip distance apart. You reach your hands up in front of you, getting that stretch through your lats into your armpits, and then stand up. I like to add a little bit of an opener for the hips by drawing a big circle with my knee, and then bringing it down into a squat, opposite side. Just start to notice if you can get a little bit more motion. If you're not feeling the super deep squat right from the beginning, that's totally fine. It does not have to be the world's deepest squat, but it's better that you ease into it with just body weight before you start adding weight. And then finally, I like to do a few lunges. So hands to your hips, or you can bring them out to prayer position in front of you, shoulder blades down and back. Remember, you're still strong through those abs. Bring your foot back into that lunge. I like to twist, adding a little bit of rotation, starting to wake up through my obliques, which are those side muscles in your abs. Awesome. And then you're ready to start your workout or your day.